Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? It's Professional here. So today I want to make another top 5 video for you guys on GTA Online. And this one is top 5 features and tricks that many people don't know about. We're going to be covering some things that are in the game that a lot of people I've noticed don't know about them. Now, some of these you might be pretty familiar with if you've seen, a lot of my videos. I've talked about these, but these are, general ones that a lot of people don't know about. A lot of players in general I've seen don't know about them, and I've actually told a lot of people about them, and their first reaction is like, what? You could actually do that? So here we go, top 5 features and tricks that many people don't know about. And also, if you guys ever have a top 5 that you want me to do, let me know down below. I'm always open to suggestions. Now anyways, let's start the video. Starting off at number 10, we have the ability to get snacks from our office and facility assistants. Now, this might seem like an obvious one to you, especially if you're a big heist player. The first thing you do is you stock up on snacks. You can get the snacks also in your CEO office, like I said. But this one, I was really surprised by the amount of people that actually don't know about this feature. This has been in the game since the CEO update back in June of 2016 in the office, and then this feature continued, with the Doomsday Heist in December of 2017. You go up to the assistant in the facility, you get free snacks. You go to your assistant in the office and you get free snacks. It's also a good idea, to have one of them as like your spawn location, like for instance with the office, because the first thing you do when you spawn in that lobby is you stock up on snacks, and snacks can be very useful, especially in combat situations and also when you're driving, because you don't want to get shot at the vehicle, especially if it's a cargo vehicle. Next at number 9, we have not having to use the baseball bat in the nightclub popularity mission Smash Up the Developers' Vehicles. Now, even though this is for a specific mission, and I know a lot of people don't do popularity missions, but one reason a lot of people don't do popularity missions is because obviously the pay's not that great, but a second reason is because a lot of the missions they don't like, and this is one of the missions a lot of people don't like, and one reason that people don't do popularity missions. People really hate this mission, but this mission actually is one of the easiest missions. You don't actually have to use the baseball bat. A lot of people do, but you don't have to use it, and it actually makes the mission a lot easier when you don't. All you would basically have to do is take some kind of weaponized vehicle, like a buzzard works well, fly over to each vehicle, and just shoot it with the buzzard miniguns. That's it. Just be careful not to shoot the developers, because developers, they run out right in front of your gunfire, and you can accidentally hit them, but just shoot up the vehicles, and that's it, and you can complete this mission in like 2 to 3 minutes if you're fast. It's actually one of the easier missions for the nightclub, so this is actually a pretty easy mission. And on top of that, there's other missions in the game where you don't actually have to follow specific objectives. Like in the hangar, a lot of hangar resupply missions will tell you use this vehicle, but you don't really have to use any of the vehicles that they give you in hangar resupply missions. And even if they force you to use one of the vehicles, like they tell you specifically you can't start the mission without that vehicle, you can just blow up that vehicle right at, where your hangar is, if it's at LSIA or Fort Zancudo, and it will still spawn the objective. So there's a lot of missions in this game that tell you to do it a specific way, but you don't have to do it, and this nightclub popularity mission is a perfect example of that. Moving on to number 8, we have flying at a higher altitude actually makes you fly faster. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but planes in GTA Online, they actually fly faster at higher altitudes. I believe it's 1,000 feet exactly where planes actually start flying faster. Basically, if you look at the altimeter on your the left side of your screen, bottom left, right where the map is, if you go above that first line, a little bit above that first line, you tend to fly faster than other planes, even if it's the exact same plane. Take a look at this in this case. Me and my friend are both in B-11 jets, and he actually gets a pretty good head start on me here. And he's going to be flying low, I'm going to be flying higher. And eventually, even though I am flying higher, I do catch up to him. I catch up to him, you actually fly a lot faster, and this can actually be pretty useful. So if you're like flying somewhere and it's not that far, stay low to the ground, but if you're flying all the way across the map, all the way across, I recommend trying to gain a lot of height, because then you'll fly across the map much faster. Next, at number 7, we have the assistant can recover impounded vehicles. Now, your land vehicle can get impounded if you get killed by the police, and this actually is really, really annoying when you're in the middle of combat, you're in the middle of doing a mission, the cops kill you, and then they take away your vehicle, and you're somewhere all the way across the map. Like in this case, I'm in Sandy Shores, I get killed by cops, the vehicle's all the way in the impound lot in Los Santos, you don't feel like going all the way there, but also, you don't feel like, getting your vehicle destroyed and having to pay for the insurance, so what can you do? You can actually call the assistant. A lot of people never knew about this feature, but it's been in the game for a long time. A lot of people I noticed, they still go to Los Santos. They still go to get, their car, and that's understandable. If you're pretty close, you might as well just go to the impound lot and get it. But if you're across the map, there's no need to go all the way there. Now, you do need to pay $1,000, so there is a little bit of a fee there, but $1,000 isn't really much in this game. So whenever your land vehicle gets impounded, just call your assistant, and on top of that, not only does the assistant, recover your vehicle, but the vehicle will spawn right next to you, basically like the mechanic, all brand new and ready to go. At number 6, we have the luxury helicopter with SecuroSurf. Now, a lot of people, when they think of the luxury helicopter, they scroll past this, thinking it just spawns a helicopter for $5,000 and nothing more than that. But it's actually a lot more than that. I made, a money guide on my channel, a CEO money guide, over a year ago, and one of the things that I highlighted in that money guide was being able to use the luxury helicopter to get around the map really quick, and I noticed a lot of people commented saying they really didn't know about this feature, and they thanked me, for showing that feature in the money guide. But basically what the luxury helicopter does is you spawn it for $5,000, you have to be a CEO to spawn it, and it can take you to your office, or it can take you to your warehouses. It can also take you to your import-export warehouse. So it's very useful. And this is if you're like really far across the map, you're somewhere in Sandy Shores or in Paleto Bay, you want to get right back to the city, you want to get right to your office or to another warehouse, just get in the helicopter, pick the destination, and it just fast travels you. It's basically fast travel for $5,000. You can only pick the certain locations like the office and the warehouse, but it's very useful for fast travel. I wish more people would take advantage of it. It's very helpful. Next at number 5, we have being able to store vehicles in the back of the Bambushka. This I did a few weeks ago when I was selling my document forgery business. I put 3 product bikes in the back of it. One of my friends already drove it to the city, but you can actually store some things in the back of the Bambushka, and this helps tremendously. Like on cargo missions, you can also put a post-op van in the back of it. Now, I know what a lot of people are going to say, but didn't Rockstar patch this? Yes and no. They did patch it where you couldn't put stuff in the back of the Bambushka. There was kind of an invisible wall there. However, you can get around this. If you take off, all the, big upgrades on the Bambushka, you take off the countermeasures, you take off the weapons, you take off the bombs, you take off the JATO thrust, and you take off the liveries. Performance upgrades like speed and handling, those should be fine, but you gotta take off like the bombs, the countermeasures, JATO thrust, weapons on the Bambushka, you gotta take those things off. And then you should be able to put stuff in the back. Like right here, we were able to transport 3 bikes in there, and we had 3 people on this mission, we have 4 bikes, and we didn't have to make a trip back. So this is pretty helpful. Just one tip here, guys, don't, have a second passenger in the Bambushka, just have one guy flying it, because sometimes when, a co-pilot gets in the Bambushka, it kind of glitches out, so only have one person fly it. But basically, we save a decent amount of time, and this can be really helpful with the Bambushka. It's just unfortunate that, you have to take off upgrades off of it. We shouldn't have to do that. There should be like a plane that lets us, store and carry like vehicles, or we can actually strap it down. But still, this is pretty useful. And you see right here, my friend took it to the city, then he landed it and despawned it, and it made the mission a lot easier. You can also do this with post-op vans. So, hopefully they had a plane in the future that can specifically do this, but you can still do this with the Bambushka. You just gotta take off certain upgrades to do it. Moving on to number 4, we have towing the AA trailer with other vehicles. Now, the AA trailer, especially the flak cannon, can be pretty useful, especially for a lot of missions. However, though, the vehicle that it spawns with is pretty awful. That truck that it spawns with can be blown up, with one explosion, and that's it, it's done. However, though, there are a lot of vehicles that can actually transport this. The Insurgent can transport it, the APC can transport it, a lot of other vehicles can transport it, and you can see right here, we're making really good use of it, and this is going to make the mission a lot easier. So right here, we actually have one of the worst sales in the game. We have, the Insurgent Merryweather sale for the bunker. This is a sale where, if you're selling a full business, you're going to have 3 Insurgents, each Insurgent has 5 drops, you're going to make 15 drops in total, and each time, 3 of the Insurgents make a single drop. What basically happens is, a ton of Merryweather show up, and it's more at each drop, and you have to kill all of them to progress to the next drop. And they come in with buzzards, they come in with armored Insurgents with gunners on top. However, the flak cannon, since it's the most powerful, weapon in the game besides the orbital cannon, this thing can destroy an armored Insurgent in just one shot. Take a look at this right here. So I'm using the flak cannon, and it's making this mission a lot easier. So you can really take advantage of this, and you can use this flak cannon, but it will require 2 people. That is the one downside, because, you obviously can't be driving and using the flak cannon at the same time. So if, you got a buddy that's like, driving an armored vehicle, and that vehicle can't hook on the AA trailer, take advantage of it. Use it, because this thing can be very useful. It can also blow up, a fully armored Khanjali in 2 shots. It can also take out, an MOC, an Avenger, a Terabyte pretty easily. This thing is very useful in missions. More people should be taking advantage of the AA trailer here. At number 3, we have Formation Flying Assist. Now this you can do as both a CEO or as an MC. In the CEO case, you would just go to Management and you would activate Formation Flying Assist. And basically what it does is it creates this blip right behind you when you're flying in an air vehicle. And that blip is the color of whatever, CEO or MC that you're in. In this case, my CEO was a red color, so it's going to be a red blip. And basically, if you're flying an air vehicle and your friends are also in an air vehicle and they're in your CEO or MC, you want to get them in that blip. And what it basically does is it makes their plane fly just as fast as you. And this is very helpful, especially on cargo missions. In this case, we're selling 111 crates. We're selling a full warehouse. Activate Ghost Organization because, we don't want anybody going after this, destroying this cargo. So we have to make these 10 drops as fast as possible. We got 3 minutes there before Ghost expires. And this is a good way to do it is you have the Titan right behind you in that blip. The Titan's flying much faster, you can complete the mission much faster, and you can also do this for other missions, like if you're doing an MC sale and you have the Dodo mission, you can also do that. You can do it for various Smugglers Run missions when you're doing like planes, but it has to be the host. The host has to be the one to activate it. So it is very helpful, helps out a lot, helps you complete missions faster. A lot more people should be taking advantage of it, especially during cargo sale missions. Next at number 2, we have how to tell if a CEO crate is a vehicle or if it's a drop. Now, let's say that you're purchasing 3 CEO crates. It's either going to be in some kind of vehicle, like a van, just drive it back to the warehouse and you're done, or it's going to be like a specific 3 crate drop where, you gotta pick up each individual drop and take it back to the warehouse. Those are the missions that people really hate. Now, there's no way to prevent what kind of mission that you get, but there is actually a way to tell what mission you have early on, right after you buy the crate. And I learned about this trick from my friend Philip7715 many months ago. He's the one that originally taught me about this. Check out his channel, guys, down below. I'll have his channel linked. He's really good at collecting crates, and, he does a lot of other interesting videos, so check him out. But anyways, to tell if a CEO crate is going to be a vehicle or if it's going to be a drop, it's actually really simple. All you basically need to do is right after you buy the crates, if it's from the Terabyte or from the office, the little thing has to pop up on your screen that you're doing the mission. Right after that, take a look at your map and look at right where the warehouse is. If the warehouse disappears from your map, it's not there on the map, that means it's going to be a vehicle. If the warehouse is on your map, that means it's going to be a 3 crate drop. So basically, you can have an idea of what kind of mission that you're dealing with. Now, it's not going to change what kind of mission that you have, but at least you have some idea of what you're going into. You know that this mission, when you're doing it, you're going to get a van. You basically know that, so if you're doing crates with a friend of yours, you can tell your friend this mission is, a van mission. So your friend can go pick up that van. In the meantime, you can go back to the office or the Terabyte, and then you can help your friend back. And then you can help join your friend's, CEO, and then you can look at this trick, tell if it's like a van or if you need some extra help on that. So it is a good way to tell what you're basically walking into. I use it all the time. If I see that it's, it's a vehicle, it's not going to be like a specific crate drop. Oftentimes I'll just drive there. If I see that it's going to be a drop, I'm going to get like a vehicle, like a helicopter, some kind of air vehicle, because we really hate those drop missions. And speaking of those drop missions, there's another tip that I wanted to give. If you have a drop mission that, involves thieves, like, thieves robbed you, they stole your crates, do not kill all of them, because I know there's a lot of people, what they do is they kill all the thieves at once. Only kill one, especially if you're doing it solo. Pick up the crate and take it back to the warehouse, then go back, kill the second thief, pick up that crate, go to the warehouse, and then kill a third thief at the end, pick up the crate, and then go back to the warehouse. Now, the reason you don't want to kill all of them at once is because what happens is they will actually appear on the map. The crates will appear on the map for other players. Other people could go over there and blow up those crates in the meantime while you're delivering a single crate. So you never want to kill all 3 thieves at once, especially, if you're doing it solo. If you're doing like a different drop mission, like helicopters or something, for instance, where, they're going to go really far away, they're going to escape, just blow all of them up because you don't want them like going all the way across the map. But if they're like on foot, they're just running around, just leave them there. They're not going to get that far. They're going to still be on your map. And when they're like a red blip on your map, they don't appear for other players. They only appear for other players when the crate spawns. When it's actually green on your map, that's when it's going to appear for other players. And the number one feature that so many people don't know about is the high demand bonus. Now, if you watch my money guides, you are very familiar with this because I talk about this in pretty much every single money guide. But a lot of people, especially a lot of new people that get on the game and, start grinding these businesses, they don't know what the high demand bonus is. And if they know that a bonus exists, they don't know exactly how it works. Basically, what the high demand bonus is you get a 1% bonus on the total amount that you are selling on every random player in that lobby. Well, they don't really have to be a random player, it could be your friends. But everybody that is outside your CEO or MC, you will get a 1% bonus on that player. Now, this does not work on import-export sales, and it doesn't work on those special crates, the really rare ones, but it pretty much works on everything else. MC businesses, bunkers, nightclubs, hangars. It works on all the businesses. And you really want to take advantage of this. A lot of people, they don't do this because they're selling in solo lobbies, and I can understand, because they're scared about other people destroying their stuff, but all you basically would need to do is just find a new session or just close your application if somebody's trying to destroy your stuff. And selling in these lobbies can really make a difference. Now, a lot of people that don't know about the high demand bonus are saying, oh, 1%, that's not worth it. But we're not really talking 1%, we're talking 1% per player. If it's going to be like a full lobby, the max that you could get back is 25%. It caps after that. You can't get more than 25%. But if you're selling something big, you're selling like a bunker, for instance, and that sells for, $1,050,000, you sell that in a full lobby, you're going to be getting $1,300,000 back. You're going to be making a huge profit. And not only that, does it work on like regular businesses, but when you're getting paid double money, when you are earning double money on businesses, whatever it is, crates, MC businesses, the 1% bonus also doubles. So you also get a ton of money back. I mean, take a look at this right here. This is when it was double money on CEO crates. I was selling 111 crates. I was selling this for $4,400,000, and I sold it for over $5,500,000. I made a $1,100,000 bonus just by selling in these populated lobbies. So you can do a lot of things. You can, if you're selling like an MC business, you obviously can't sell it as a CEO, but everything else, you should pretty much sell as a CEO. Activate Ghost Organization, you have that 3-minute window to sell, and you can make massive bonuses. I do this all the time. Sometimes I get griefed. I won't deny that. Sometimes people go after me. It happens. But, when it does happen, oftentimes I'll just close my application, find a new session. I still keep the majority of my stuff, and I just sell in a different session, and I make a massive bonus. And, that's really helped me, especially on my road to $1 billion. But I hope that you guys have found this, video helpful. It was kind of a guide, this top 10. But are there any other features or tricks that I might have missed? Let me know down below. And if you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like. If you're new to my channel, enjoy my content, subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you for watching. Take care, everyone.